we thought that this interaction and this collaboration would lead to great work instead of having a single mind with one vision.
It is something very, very special about collaboration in our own minds, and I think I speak for all of us. You could not do this thing alone.
I don't want people to think because of the competition in the team we submitted 3 schemes. It's not true. Because of the great collaboration, we could complete 3 schemes.
The public space of all 3 is really important, and it's quite different in them. The one is a public park. It actually is like Central Park, a place where people come together in a park setting. Another one is this great urban room, sort of like Grand Central Station, but 20 times larger, kind of the largest enclosed public space you can imagine. And then the other is these towers that are basically empty, and within the emptiness they contain these cultural facilities where people come together. There was this challenge to actually make better public spaces and make more multiplicity and have more richness in terms of the public realm. We've learned so much since those original buildings were built, and it would be really foolish to make the same mistakes again about cutting off the neighborhoods. And the city has changed with the development of Battery Park City. There's really a need to knit the financial district in Battery Park City and Tribeca and the Battery and all these places together.
We came from this idea of remembrance and redevelopment, and we always remembered what happened here. We always referenced back, is this something very serious and meaningful?
If you are one of the members of the families that suffer these tremendous loss, I mean, it's a very difficult thing to overcome that notion and to see it in light of how could this memory really make our future better.
If a city doesn't grow, it dies, and it's paramount that we rebuild in a variety of ways. We have to build open space, we have to build for the memorial, we have to build for culture, we have to build for the activity of retail or exchange. Building is part of remembering, and building is what the city's always been, and building is part of our history, and building tall is part of it too, especially in this part of our city.
If you only produced normative buildings and, sort of banal public space, but had a really great memorial, you would have missed the whole thing. I think in the end you have to have good urbanism and great architecture and a good memorial, and that would be a really good rebuilding.
There are no conditions that you can fix just simply as if they were abstract. I mean, you have to constantly interpret, if you will. And that's why this process has been so incredibly sort of mind-consuming, because you get into the problem of really having to not only redefine the program, but redefine the site and redefine the history of the place.
Whatever we do, I feel that we really have always gone back to our thesis of not just memorializing, but also trying to find something that's inspiring.